even then, I have to call a lot of BS on the industry, right? And it's almost like this. I feel it as minorities that companies will just do something just to say we did it. Like, okay, we got somebody already. We don't need to infiltrate everybody. Like, we got one, Josina. We don't need,
I got one better for you. Not just to have the one as the representative of all, but when something happens to those, and whether it's me, whether it's Carrie Champion, whether it's Jamel Hill, whether it's Dan Levitard, whether it's whomever, but just to speak even in the Black female category, and this is not just at my former place, but even over the path of my career, is to then just ignore or lift up under the, leave under the rug rather, what happened by just hiring another one. Don't look at what happened over here. Right. See, it's no problem over here because we did Correct. That. But it doesn't,
So to my point, I'm saying this. Why is it that even in our culture, when we're taken care of, we don't look to our forefathers who came before us, and that may be not forefathers, but foremothers, right? And also looking to say, okay, man, I'm only here because Josina was here. You know what I'm saying? I was only here because Michael Vick was here, Randall Cunningham, Culpepper, Vince Young, everybody, Steve McNair, you know what I mean? Warren Moon, you feel me? And even to this point, it's like, are you proud of the women's state in the industry? Does real women, we all talk about women empowerment and this, that, and the third, but does women empower other women really?
Well, all I can do is speak for myself. And I know this, that if, for example, let's say Fox wanted to hire me and it was going to impact Pam Oliver, I wouldn't take that job. I wouldn't do something that was going to impact her frontier and pioneer status. You know what I mean? I have respect not just for what my position is, but how it impacts everybody. Right. Do you know what I'm saying? And I do feel that, me in particular, I have people that ask me and jump in my DMs and ask me questions all the time, and I try to, because I know how important it was, for me. I know what it feels like to send out 200 resume tapes and not have, someone respond, and how that just one person might be the person to get you through that week. I lived on the couch for 4 years, when I was waiting for my job before I got to Fox in Denver, and how I almost quit and went to sports psychology, and how that one person that one day can be that impact. So I try to at least be that person to stop. And I feel like that's what's led me to become an insider, because I feel like I'm good with those details with people. Right. I wish that they were all like that to me. I'm the one that's going to text you back. I'm the one that's going to call back. I try to be that for them, because I didn't get to, a place like to be a national reporter on looks, or because somebody gave it to me.
Or you did something for somebody.
Or I didn't get there when I was like in my 20s. Yeah. Like you see some of the younger ones now getting there earlier. I got there in my early 30s. Right. I've been to the Oregons, the Denvers, the Chicagos, all over the country, and like really came up right. And so I understand what that feels like, and I feel like I carry that in the way that I talk and I manage myself, or just even with other people. So to answer your question, all I can talk about myself and how I would want people to handle it, with me. And I take that seriously. And I feel like when I'm in a field with people like y'all, y'all can feel that energy. Yeah. And likewise, you can feel when it's not real, and people trying to create that energy. Right. And oh, by the way, I see it with the ones that it's not real. Right. Like for me, when I'm doing the post-game interview, It really is not just about the X. Tell me about the X and O's and what happened when, he was doing the cover one and did. It's not, it's like, tell me about the heart of what happened.
Yeah.
Like you remember the Minneapolis Miracle when Stephon Diggs, and then no one expected that. And then I'm a meme on Twitter because, and he was crying, but that's the moment you're trying to get, and I forget the name of the two players, but I mean, they were so surprised. I think it was Robeson and I'm forgetting the other ones, whatever his name was.
Everson Griffin?
Yeah, and then you remember, you remember that stuff. You see, you remember when they came over and they gave me a big hug and they was messing my hair and then everybody's like, oh Lord, they gonna mess up her weave on there. And then they got their armpits in my head and all this other stuff. But those are the moments that's what you're trying to create. Or I'm in the locker room with Tyreek Hill this past whatever, and he's doing an interview with his big sunglasses on. So I get my big Versace's on. I'm like, shoot, you gonna have yours, I'm gonna have all mine too. And we're gonna do it with and I don't care. I'm not trying to look like your cookie cutter report. We're gonna do it how, and there's some people in my DMs, no. But we got the moment, and it's about the moment. It's about the moment. And that's what I feel like is so, I'm not gonna name names on that. Sometimes I do name names, I'm not gonna do it right now. But sometimes it's too clinical. And I'm like, that's not what it is. That's not what it is.
I just said this recently, and I said, I came into a league that I was the minority. Now I'm looking at a league now, the Tom Brady's and the Aaron Rodgers are the minority. You know what I'm saying? And even just to clear this up real quick, like, there's no squad. I wouldn't be who I was without Jamarcus Russell, right? I don't know how he feels about me, but bruh, you know how to contact me. And I'm looking forward to you contact me because I'm gonna contact you. And as black men, we are in a position where we only feel superior, where it only could be one of us. When it needs to be all of us. You dig what I'm saying?
And the power in numbers and the power in supporting one another.
Nobody taught me. I had Michael Vick, I had Donovan McNabb, I had all these different people that was there, but I had to learn a lot of things on my own. You feel me? And a lot of what I did was outside the box, just like how you interview outside the box. But we can keep going on and on about different things. Man, Josina.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.